Matt. Welcome to my first ever video blog. First things first, my head really is as big as I've claimed it is. Take a look at that big noggin right there. That is huge. But that is not what this video blog is about. This is about Mother's Day, more specifically about my own mom and what she's meant to me throughout my life. And first I want to tell you about some things that she said throughout the years and make us laugh. She says things in a funny way and really most of the time unintentional, but they cause a lot of laughter. I remember one time I was probably a senior in high school, and we were sitting around the dinner table as we did most every night, and she was telling us about a guy that we knew, about 20 years old or so, that was having a lot of gastrointestinal problems, and he was going to have a colonoscopy, but Mom didn't think I knew what a colonoscopy was. So she said, well, Matt, you know, a colonoscopy is where they stick the doctor sticks a kaleidoscope up in there and looks around. And I immediately started laughing, picturing a doctor with a kaleidoscope looking around up inside of somebody saying, well, no wonder this guy has problems. He has stars and rainbows and things up in here. And that's caused a lot of laughter throughout the years. Another thing that she said when I was younger, we were sitting at the dinner table and we were talking about the bad weather that we'd been having. And she said, well, at least we're not in Texas. And we said, well, what's going on in Texas? She said, well, I heard on the radio that they're having hail in Texas the size of baseball bats. And I thought, well, my goodness, if if those things are coming straight down, that's fine. But if they're helicoptering, it's going to be bad. It's going to be terrible. I had a lot of laughs out of that. A few years ago, my mom and I worked at the same place, and they were raising some money there where we worked for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation by holding a raffle, selling raffle tickets, and my mom and dad just don't do that. I mean, they consider that gambling. And but Mom bought a raffle ticket, and she told me about it. And one of the things you could win with a raffle ticket there was an ATV, a four-wheeler, an ATV. And she told me about the raffle ticket, and I said, well, that's great, Mom. What are you going to do if you win the ATV? And she said, well, I guess I'll put it in the living room where the other TV is. And I said, no, Mom, it's an ATV. And she said, well, yeah, I guess I'll just put it in the living room where the other TV is. And I just gave up. And then a few years ago when Bradley was starting school, he's 8 years old now, he was starting school, and we saw them the week before school started, the Sunday before school started. And as they were leaving, Mom hollered to Bradley, and she said, Bradley, have a good week at school this week. Try not to kill anybody. And immediately I remember when I was a kid, it was always make good grades, listen to the teacher, be on your best behavior. And now, because she's a grandparent, it's gone all the way to try not to kill anybody. Not even don't kill anybody, just try not to. And I laughed over that. There's been other things throughout the years that she said and done that we've laughed at her and with her about. And she's been a great sport throughout all that. But more importantly than the laughter is the love that she showed us, the concern, the kindness, the care. And even more important than the love, though, is that she showed us the Lord. Through her words, through her actions, she showed us Christ. She taught me that Jesus wants to be there for me, and He is there for me. And if I call on Him, He can help me in my time of need, in my time of trouble. She taught me that there's grace there, right there in Jesus' arms. I'm glad that she did that. And Mom, if you're watching this, happy Mother's Day. Thanks for the love, the laughter, and for showing me Jesus through your life. And to my wife, thank you as well. Thank you for being the same way, really. For laughing with our kids and our family, for loving us, and for showing us Christ in your life. And to all you mothers out there who are trying to do it right, and sometimes it's a thankless job, thank you too. Happy Mother's Day. Here's a virtual fist bump coming your way. Boom, right there you go. Thank you. One more thing, here's a picture of my mom and dad, Ralph and Dorothy Cannon, from a few years ago. Hope you can see that okay. There you go. I tell folks that I got my looks from my dad because my mom still has hers. He doesn't like that too much. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. And again, moms, if you're watching, happy Mother's Day. Thanks for all you do. Keep on keeping on. God bless.